Hi everyone, welcome back to our weekly webinar. So for those of you that didn't join us last week was our first weekly job webinar that we're going to be running. They're going to be every Wednesday at 1 p.m. So this is the second one that we are going to be running. So welcome to everyone, thank you for joining. Today we're going to run over 4 jobs that we've got on our books at the moment for immediate starts. Now I've got my colleague Mitchell sat to the left of me who is going to be running the chat function, so anyone that's got any questions just pop them in the chat and we will get around to answering them for you. All the jobs that we're going to be discussing as well, Mitchell is also going to be popping in the link in the chat function, so if you're interested on any of the jobs that I'm talking about and you want to apply, then just click on the link as I'm talking about the position and it will take you straight to our website so you can apply. So I'm just going to crack straight on and go into the PowerPoint. Okay, here we go. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes just for a few more people to join. So I'll just leave this screen up here, so just grab a quick drink or grab a quick bite to eat, and I will be back in a minute or so. Cool, okay, I'm just gonna get started now. So here we go. So as you can see, these are the jobs that we're going to be going over today. So we've got a mix of positions. So we've got some in Banbury, one in Bicester and one in Whitney, and they're a range of different positions. We've got driving and we've got warehouse. So let's crack on with the first position. So this is for 3.5 tonne drivers. Now this is based in Banbury and it's working for our client who is a food distribution company. So they distribute food and drinks products to restaurants across the country. And they are based in Banbury, so they're up on the Thorpe Way Industrial Estate in Grimsbury, if you know Banbury well. They are paying at a rate of £9.50 per hour for 3.5 tonne drivers, and the shifts that are available are Tuesday to Saturdays, and this is starting between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. So some of the job benefits and key points for this particular role is that you're going to be working within a small team, and it's going to be a really nice environment to work in, really nice and friendly, and it's got a really good family feel to it. You are paid weekly, so you get paid every single Friday. Full training is provided, so on the first few days that you're going to be in this position, you will be a driver's mate with an experienced driver, just so you can get a feel of what you're going to be expected to do within the role, the kind of things that you're going to be running into on a day-to-day basis. And while you are training, you are required to be starting at 3 a.m. So it is a little bit of an earlier start, but once you've completed the first few days of training, then you will go on to your 4 to 5 a.m. starts. And then finally, the progression opportunities that are available with this position. So this is for a 3.5 tonne driver, so we can accept any candidates that are wanting to apply with just a full clean UK driving licence. But they do also drive 7.5 ton and class 2 vehicles within this company. So if you're looking to kick off your career within a driving role, then this would be a really good chance to get in, start driving 3.5 and then make your way up to 7.5 and then gain a class 2 license going on to HGV vehicles. So it's a really good starting point. These are some frequently asked questions that we get for this role, so I just want to run through these quickly. So first one being, how many people will I be working with? So as I briefly mentioned before, it is a small team, it's a small business, so you're going to be between 20 to 30 people that work there. So it's a really nice family feel, you're going to get to know everyone, really, really friendly team. Second question, will I be driving solo? So your first few days, as we said before, the training, you are going to be a driver's mate. So you get to be with someone on your first few days to ask questions and see the kind of thing you're going to be doing. And then once you've completed your training, then you will be driving solo, yes. And then finally, what are the shift times? So it's starting between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. and at the moment it's working anywhere between 8 to 12 hour shifts. Are there any questions about this position? What I'll do is I'll just wait a minute in between each job so that if anyone's got any questions that they think of, you just pop them in the chat. Cool, so no questions so far. So what I'm just going to do is move on to the next one. So this is for warehouse pickers in Bicester. As you can see, the company we're recruiting for here are Fresh Direct. So they have a huge base in Bicester, multiple buildings on their base, loads of different varieties within this job. So they're paying up to £9.44 per hour, and the shifts that are available, I mean, we've got various hours, which I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on the next slide. So you're required to work 5 days out of 7 if you're looking for full-time work. Within the role, exactly, you're going to be given a trolley and a checklist at the start of your shift. So they don't use scanning guns or anything, it's all done manually. So you'll be given a checklist and a trolley, and then you will be sent off in the warehouse to do some picking and packing. The client are extremely flexible with the shifts that they offer. So just going back to the previous slide when I mentioned about the shift times that they've got, predominantly they're looking for Sunday to Thursday, 6 a.m. till 4 p.m. But if that doesn't suit you and you're looking for part-time, or you're looking for 9 to 5, 8 to 4, or you're looking for night shifts, you can just let us know and we can try and accommodate that for you, and we can find something that will work for you ultimately. Major progression opportunities are available, so you will be on a temp to perm basis. So after your 12 weeks, the progression opportunities will be there for you. So you can either choose to go into a senior role or a management role, and you can go into other areas of the company. As I said, they have a huge base in Bicester, so you can go within the kitchen, you can go within the meat and deli section, whatever you're looking for, you can go into. You know, if you really work hard, go in, you can make a success of it there. Again, some questions for this role. So, do I have to provide PPE? So you must provide your own safety boots and high-vis jackets, and that goes with a lot of our roles as well, because it's working within a warehouse. It's all for your own safety, so steel toe cap, safety boots, and a high-vis jacket. And because it's working within a refrigerated environment, the client do provide fleece jackets. You can supply your own, that's completely optional, but the client do have them that they will provide for you, so you don't have to go out and buy it. Next question, am I using scanning guns? So no, you will not be using scanning guns within this role. You are just given a manual checklist and a trolley, and then you're good to go for the day. And then finally, is this a permanent position? Yes, this role is temp to perm. So once you've done your 12 weeks of temporary, the client will take you on permanently if you've really gone in and made a good impression, really proved yourself to show why you should be taken on permanently. And then once you're permanent, going back to the progression opportunities that are available, you can really get your teeth into some of the stuff progressing in there. Are there any questions for this job? Again, I'm just going to leave it a minute, give people a chance to ask some questions. Okay, we're looking good, no questions at the moment. I feel like I've just flown through that quite quickly, so I'm going to slow it down a little bit for the next two. So next one is Class 2 drivers, and this is based in Whitney. The pay rate for this is between £14 an hour and $18 an hour. And the shifts available are Monday to Friday, and they're from 6:30 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. So a really, really nice Class 2 driving role. There's not a lot of jobs out there for Class 2 drivers in the market at the moment that are Monday to Friday. So this is a really, really cushy role. Cool, so job benefits and key points for this one. Overtime is paid at a rate of $18.18. So as shown on the previous slide, the pay rate is $14 to $18.18, and that's because the overtime is paid at such a high rate. Main duties for this one include obviously Class 2 driving, as well as assisting with loading and unloading of the vehicle. So please keep it in mind, you will need to be physically fit for this role to keep up with the loading and unloading. A permanent position is available for the right candidate. So it does start off on a temporary basis, and that's for 12 weeks. Once you've completed your 12 weeks of temporary, then you get to go on to a permanent position. And then finally, you will be working for a nationally recognised recycling agency, and this is based in West Oxfordshire. So some questions for this job that we get asked quite frequently. First one being, where will I be driving? Which I just briefly touched on. So you'll be driving across West Oxfordshire area, can't get my words out, West Oxfordshire, with trips to Whitney and Didcot and any of the surrounding areas, so places like Wantage, Abingdon, places like that. So anything across West Oxfordshire. Second of all, will I have a driver's mate? No, for this one you are driving solo, I'm afraid. You will be required to assist with loading and unloading when you get to your destination. So again, must be physically fit ideally for this one. And the last question for this is there any overtime available? Overtime isn't always guaranteed, but there are occasions where overtime is available, and when it is available, it's up for grabs for $18.18 an hour, which again is a great overtime rate. Are there any questions on this one? Just to add that something that's not on here that's just come into my head is that obviously with Class 2 driving, the previous driving role that we spoke about, 3.5, you can have just a standard UK licence. Class 2 does come under the HGV driving, so you will need a specific licence to be able to drive a Class 2 vehicle. So we can't just accept any applicants for this role. You must have a Class 2 driving licence and CPC and TACO. But again, I'm just going to wait just for any questions to come in. Okay, no questions at the moment. I feel like I'm explaining this quite well if there's no questions, so that's a good thing. Cool, so the last one that we've got, so this is warehouse operatives in Banbury. They are paying at a rate of £9.11 per hour, and the shifts that we've got are Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. till 11 p.m, which is great. Monday to Friday job, no weekends, and it's not finishing too late, 11 p.m. It's not a night shift, and you get your lay-ins in the morning. So yeah, so it's a nice cushy role. It's working within a company that manufacture and distribute plastic garden furniture across the country. So they are really keen on making amazing spaces out in your garden, getting people out in the garden, being more social. So that is the main thing that they focus on. So just a few key points about this one. The rate increases from £9.11 to £9.77 after 12 weeks of employment. So again, this one, just like the others, is on a temporary to permanent basis. So for the first 12 weeks, it'll be £9.11, and then once you're taken on permanent by the company, after 12 weeks, it's £9.77. Full training is provided upon your arrival. So on your first day, you will be met by either a manager or a senior member of staff, and they will give you a tour of the warehouse, show you what you're going to be doing, and you'll be placed with an experienced member of staff to be able to show you the ropes. The main duties within the role will be using scanning guns to do like the goods in, goods out kind of stuff, so scanning all the products, putting stock away in different areas of the warehouse, picking and packing customer orders. So it's a really nice warehouse role, and they also have a promote from within ethos. So it's a really nice family feel to this company, even though they are nationally recognised all across the country. Within this specific base in Banbury, they really have a nice family feel, and they like to promote from within for management positions. They don't like to bring external management in, so it gives people that are working within the warehouse and the production a chance to be able to grow and shine within the company, so that is a bonus. And then just some questions on this one that we do get asked. So first one being, what does the training include? So the training includes you being shown around, again by some senior or management, showing you exactly around the warehouse, the whole premises, the production, so you get an idea of what everyone's role is within the company and how it all goes together and how it affects your role. So you get to know everything about the company and everything about the base in Banbury, and then you will shadow an experienced member of staff, so showing you exactly what you'll be doing within your specific role within the warehouse, how the scanning guns work, and how they work as a team. Next question is overtime paid after 45 hours. So with this one, this is a really good question. The overtime that you do is paid at time and a half, so you don't have to work a certain amount of hours to be able to hit that time and a half. Anything over your scheduled shift pattern of 3 p.m. till 11 p.m. Monday to Friday is paid at time and a half. And then finally, is there public transport to site? Now, if you know Banbury quite well, it is on the Beaumont Industrial Estate, so it's right behind Ruscott and Hardwick. So if you live at those areas, it will be really easy for you to walk there. It will take you 20-25 minutes maximum, really. There is a bus stop up there as well. And then from the bus stop, I would say it's probably about a 5-minute walk. So it's really easily accessible. If you're not using public transport and you're driving, the site does have a car park, and it is a fairly large car park as well. So yeah, it's really, really accessible to be able to get there. Are there any questions at all for this particular role? Or any other roles? That's the last one that we're going through for today. So if you've got any final questions that you want to ask me, please drop it in the chat now. While I'm waiting, I'm just going to come back on. Okay, Okay, cool. So we're looking all good. No final questions, which means I've explained everything thoroughly, which is great. But if you do think of any questions that come into you, then please just give us a call, or you can head over to our website, which is on our website inquiry page. You can type in a question along with all your details, and it will come straight through to all of us, and one of our resources will get back to you. Our resources are in the office until 5:30 today. So again, if you have any questions, give us a call and we'll be able to help you. If you're not interested in any of the jobs that we've gone over today and you want any more positions that we've got available, we have a ton available in Banbury and Bicester especially. So just give us a call and we can go through everything that we've got available at this current point in time and find something that is suited for you. We'll be back next Wednesday at 1 p.m. for our next webinar session. So if you do want to tune in, head over to our website and make sure you register. It's under our events page. But yeah, that's it from me. Again, if you do need to know anything, just give us a call. And I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.